Hey everyone, we're excited to be back on campus and bringing you the latest Ouachita news from this semester.
And don't worry, we're just filling in for Izzy and Caroline for a couple of weeks. For a quick COVID update, our staff received their first doses of the vaccine last Thursday. As of February 1st, we only have 14 active cases, and you can check obu.edu/coronavirus for more updates.
Well, since Blythe is anchoring, this week we've got Henry Hunley giving us the weather. So Henry, how's the forecast looking?
Good morning, Ouachita weather watchers. I hope you've all enjoyed the cooler temperatures we've had over the last few weeks because they're here to stay. Today will be mostly sunny with a low of 47 degrees and a high of 57 degrees, but we will see some rain tomorrow afternoon. Thursday's low is projected to be 36 degrees, while the high will be around 64 degrees. The rain will continue on Friday morning, bringing a low of 37 degrees and a high in the upper 50s. Moving into the weekend, Saturday will be cloudy and cold with lows in the 20s and a high of 52. We'll see the sun again on Sunday, but it will also be colder than Saturday. The low is projected to be 21 degrees and the high will only be 40 degrees. As always, predictions are by AccuWeather, and that concludes your 5-day weather report this week. I'm Henry Hunley, and that's the forecast, whether you like it or not.
Thanks, Henry. Well, it's a good thing our intramurals are mostly indoors this semester.
Yeah, especially with all these cold, rainy days. Sarah Collins had a chance to interview Matthew Cook about some of the different events that RecLife has planned for this semester.
Last semester we tried to be as normal as possible in the fall and kind of roll out some leagues that were socially distant and where we could wear masks but seemed a little more like normal sports. Well, this semester it's a little hard to do some of those things that we would normally do, like basketball. It's a high contact sport, inner tube water polo, softball, those kind of things. One of the things that we're excited about is the addition to the schedule of something we call Rec Nights. And we tried this last semester, and we did a spike ball event where we had a ton of students show up, and it was really successful. And so I want to carry that into this semester. And kind of the idea behind it is to be less competitive and just more expose students to sports that they may never heard of. So we're going to start with the spike ball tournament and kind of have fun with that. But we're going to go into things like bocce ball and badminton and can jam that maybe students have never played, but they can just show up and have fun. So I really wanted to ramp up the virtual options for students. So we added things like an NBA Pick'em League where all they have to do is just go on IM Leagues and make their picks every weekend and see their points rack up. We're doing championship shirts for those that have the highest scores over the course of January and February. So really excited about that. The basketball shooting challenge is kind of an homage to just what we would normally do at the beginning of the semester, which is a basketball league and a 5-on-5 basketball league. So we're not able to actually do the league, and so we still want to keep with the theme of maybe what students are used to, which is basketball. There are going to be 3 competitions that students can compete in. One is a free throw competition that they'll make as many free throws as they can in 60 seconds. The second is going to be a lot like a NBA three-point shootout challenge where you would shoot for as many 3 points as you can in 60 seconds, but you would start in maybe a corner on the court and then work your way around the arc. And so that's going to be really exciting. And then the other competition that students can participate in is what we call a hot shot competition. So where you might in the other challenges just be gaining 1 point for each basket that you make. In the hot shot, each position that you shoot from is worth different point values. And so they can make as many as those points. As long as they do every spot, they can kind of move around. And if they're really comfortable with 3-pointers, they can make as many 3-pointers as they can so that they can hopefully rack up their points and win that hot shot competition. Well, we use a really cool tool called IM Leagues. A lot of the schools use it, but we actually have our own app that is adapted from that on the OBU. It's called OBU RecLife app that you can find on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. You go in, and when you click on intramurals, after you've either created an account or signed into your existing account, you should see the intramurals pop up. Right now, you'll see the basketball shooting challenge and the NBA Pick'em League, but as we go throughout the semester, all of these things that I've talked about will populate, and so students can click on those leagues within the sport and sign up for whatever they want to.
Sign-ups for the new Intramural Archery League are open until February 8th, and there will be a mandatory instructional training next week. Go to imleagues.com or check the RecLife app on Instagram for more information.
Members of the Ouachita Sports Digital Network came back from break to a brand new full trailer of equipment that they can use to broadcast all of the sports that are happening this spring. Here's Valeria Gomez with more about OSDN's new approach to broadcasting.
The Ouachita Sports Digital Network has a new production trailer. Chris Babb, professor of communications, tells us more about it.
The department had a donor provide equipment 2 years ago. The TriCaster Mini system, which enabled us to broadcast our events. In talking with Dr. Jeffrey, our ultimate dream and goal was to try to raise enough money for us to have a production trailer or a mobile production unit that would add some more features than what we were able to have. This is more of a real-world type setting.
This trailer has been a great addition to our campus in many ways. Babb goes into detail to tell us the benefits.
We have a computer dedicated for replay, a 4-channel replay system. We have a space at the table for someone to run our Tidal Live graphics for our broadcasts. But also the thing that this allows us to do is to take this mobile unit to all of our different venues, thanks to our physical plant for helping us work on connectivity issues and as far as power. But it also allows our students who want to be in the production side of things to be able to learn how to do their job, but also communicate with the talent. We have the capabilities now for the people here in the truck to talk to the announcers. It's also good for the announcers to be able to have to learn how to broadcast a game, but also listen inside their ear, and our sideline reporter. We also added the ability to have a wireless microphone that allows for a sideline reporter, so they can also learn how to deal with talking, but also having to listen at the same time.
All students are welcome to be part of the Ouachita Sports Digital Network team.
Yeah, we welcome any student from across campus who might have an interest in helping us out. It takes a lot of students to broadcast a game, particularly when we're using our new equipment. If we run 4 cameras, we have the ability to run 4 cameras in an event on the days that we just have one event, but it could take up to 9 people to do it right. And so anybody who wants to be involved, contact me through email. babc@obu.edu, and we would love to find a place where you can fit in, whether you're a communications and media major or not.
The sports media team does a great job at broadcasting Ouachita sports. The new production trailer will only improve the quality of their work. For the Ouachita News Show, I'm Valeria Gomez.
OSDN has broadcast 2 basketball games using the trailer, and it will be the team's primary method of production for many baseball, basketball, softball, and other broadcasts this semester.
And speaking of sports, Elizabeth, I'm going to steal the show for just a minute. It's been an interesting semester for Ouachita athletics so far. Basketball season started in early January, and both of Ouachita's teams had to quarantine fairly early in their seasons. The men's team has been able to play several games since returning from their quarantine, but both teams' schedules continue to be affected by canceled and postponed games. The GAC announced last Friday that its Council of Presidents had approved a limited guest list for indoor sports, specifically volleyball and basketball. Student athletes and non-student coaching staff may invite up to 4 guests to come to home sporting events. Visiting teams will not be allowed to invite guests, and member schools are allowed to limit the number of guests in attendance based on their venue's capacities and their ability to follow COVID protocols safely. This rule went into effect on Monday. A limited number of fans have also been allowed at outdoor sporting events, but they must continue to social distance and wear masks. For more information about Ouachita sports, be sure to tune into this week's episode of the Roar Rundown. For now, those are all the updates I have, so back to you, Elizabeth.
Arkadelphia continues to be a hub for small businesses, and this week I visited the Farmhouse to learn more about its new owners and their mission for the store. The Farmhouse gift shop and home decor store has been a staple of Arkadelphia's downtown for the past several years. However, it recently changed ownership and has only been reopened for a week.
We were friends with the previous owners, and we found out that they were moving, and we didn't want to lose the farmhouse, so we decided to buy it.
Despite the change in ownership, the Farmhouse continues to serve its mission of having a little bit of something for everyone.
We wanted this to be a store that anyone could come in and find something, whether it's a gift for a loved one, male, female, a child, pet. We want this to be a store for everyone where they can find something in it.
Besides the items for women, children, and pets, the new owners have also decided to incorporate more men's items into their store.
It's really hard to find men's items, in Arkadelphia. And like if you want any kind of beard balm or beard oil, you're going to have to go to a pharmacy or Walmart or somewhere like that. You're going to be limited on what you can get. And so we wanted to bring in some brands that are not sold here.
The Farmhouse's mission encourages Arkadelphia to shop local and support other small businesses.
My feelings are that we want people to shop local. That's very important to us. Your town is only as strong as your businesses, and so we try to work with our other local businesses.
The new owners have already been overwhelmed by the support of Arkadelphia's community.
Oh, they're super supportive. We have had so many people come by and thank us for buying it, and we've made a lot of new friends too.
The Farmhouse is open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., Fridays from noon to 6 p.m., and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Well, that's all we have for you this week, Tigers.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram @Ouachita News and @Ouachita Weather Watch.
Mask up, stay safe, and tune in next week for more of the latest Ouachita news.